What amazes me about our suburban lives is that so often we take for granted the basics in our lives. Things like food, water, shelter, safety, the ability to have things, to have stuff, to have these resources. And this Sunday we are going to be having our second Mission Sunday here this year at Grace. We're going to be looking at integrated family community services, and their development director, Todd McPherson, is going to be with us this Sunday as we look at the Gospel of John chapter 10. And in John chapter 10, Jesus says that I am the good shepherd, and the good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. And there's such a sense about our God of being a shepherd, and it relates to this idea of food and water and shelter and safety. A shepherd protects, a shepherd spans in a sense of strength and protection and being there to guide. And it refers back, this John 10 passage refers back to the ancient Old Testament text of Ezekiel. And in Ezekiel, there's this deep sense that the people of Israel have been sold by their many hired hands, by the many shepherds in their lives. And God comes to them through the prophet Ezekiel and says, for thus says the Lord God, I myself will search for my sheep and will seek them out, as shepherds seek out their flocks when they are among their scattered sheep. So I will seek out my sheep. And this deep sense that he would be their shepherd, that God would come to them and be this protector for them. Because earlier in that chapter, the prophet says this to the shepherds of Israel: you eat the fat, you clothe yourselves with the wool, you slaughter the fatlings, but you do not feed the sheep. You have not strengthened the weak, you have not healed the sick, you have not bound up the injured, you have not brought back the strayed, you have not sought the lost, but with force and harshness you have ruled them. So they were scattered because there was no shepherd, and scattered they became food for all the wild animals. And here's the thing that I know, and that you and I both know really, is that there's so many people around us right here in the middle of suburbia who are experiencing that deep sense that they don't have food, they don't have shelter, they don't know where their next meal is going to come from, and yet they're trying to blend in with all of the suburban trappings of life. And so they shower at Lifetime Fitness even though they're living out of their car, and they put all of their food from the food bank in King Soopers bags that look like they've gone just grocery shopping down at King Soopers. And there's literally thousands of folks right here in our own community who are doing this each and every day. People that you and I know, and particularly that our kids who are at school know, and they just don't realize it. And so this Sunday, on Mission Sunday, we're going to talk about suburban poverty, and we're going to talk about what it means to feed the people right here in and around us, and how do we contribute to that, and how do we do something to affect people that we actually see and know every day. Perhaps people who are even attending this Sunday in our own congregation that we have no idea are experiencing some deep sense of food insecurity or lack of resources, or living just a little less than paycheck to paycheck and not sure what to do. Here at Grace, we are trying to do something to serve this community, to bring grace to people, to bring grace to people in the midst of chaos. And one way that we can do that is by figuring out, how do we serve this good and great shepherd, and how do we help shepherd alongside of people. So come out this Sunday. Would love to have you as we consider together how we can feed people in our community. Hope to see you on Sunday. Thanks.